listening to the Pine Room Podcast, the home of sports, gambling, entertainment, and whatever the hell else has gone on this week. So pull up a seat by the fire, crack open a cold one, and make sure to get your bets in. Welcome to the Pine Room. All right, hello everybody, and welcome to the greatest place on earth, Wheeling Island Stadium. We're getting ready for
What is it?
The circus is the greatest place on earth.
The greatest place on earth. We're getting ready for Wheeling Park against John Marshall here. I don't know much about what the standings or what's going on or what this game means. I'm just kind of here as a face and a body. So I'm a voice. And a voice, yeah. So I'm going to be here for a little bit, and then I'm going to let the rest of these guys take control of this thing. We're going to have a few guests on, a few important guests, some a little famous around these parts.
We're having a rapper on, are we?
Yeah, we're having a musician on, an artist, a writer, producer. He'll be on with us soon. He'll be joining us. But thank you to Ohio County Schools for letting us do this. It's pretty cool to sit here at the first kind of outdoor live event that we've done, aside from West Liberty, which never got aired. So hopefully this will go somewhere. But if you're with us on Instagram Live, I don't know. I can't see if there's anybody here, but we're going to have somebody. I think
Soup's probably watching.
Are you monitoring?
Travel safe.
We got 5 people in here right now.
All right. If you want to ask questions, if you got comments, you can go ahead and talk into the chat. I hope you can hear this because we got speakers, but you might not be able to hear us. If you can't hear us, you'll just have to look
Cooley,
at us.
but then you can't tell him because you can't hear us.
You'll just have to look at us. So
flip them off or something, reverse it.
And interesting about the 6 guys that are sitting at this set, all 6 of us have an affiliation with Wheeling Park. We have
in Ohio County
4 alumni, right? Matt, you're an alumni, right?
I am.
Chris, you're not, but you you are the current score bookkeeper for the girls'
team. And his kids both went
your
there.
Your daughter and son went there. Your daughter played basketball. I taught school at Wheeling Park for 35 years, coached there. And
what year did you retire, Coach? You about 5 years out now?
Yes, 2017.
Wow,
2017, I believe.
I thought it was like
no, not
you're
17.
busier now than ever.
It wasn't 17 because we graduated 17.
Yeah, you were
gone 2 years.
The year before that, right?
15 years. We got our first comment.
What's our comment?
J Penny _13. Coach Della needs a beer.
Oh man.
Hey, we know.
We might not be able to say that here.
Yeah,
maybe not here.
But anyway, we're all Park alumni or some affiliation, alumni employees. So we're glad to be here, and this is really cool. This is a really huge game for Wheeling Park as far as the standings go. They have secured a playoff
big game
spot.
for JM, too. If they would upset them. Could they get in?
I think they're currently 22nd, right?
Oh, I had 20.
Okay,
I looked
maybe.
On here.
Then maybe they do have an outside shot.
Hey, and for those of you that are listening or watching this, what you hear in the background is the band. So that is going on their practice, and they're warming up. They're getting all their instruments ready to go.
So there is going to be
testing out the flute.
There is going to be
What's your guys' favorite instrument in the band?
Trombone.
You think so?
No, tuba.
The big drum.
Tuba.
The big drum.
I was a big clarinet guy.
Like the single, drum, like the
tuba.
Yeah, the guy with a single drum.
Yeah, the battle drum, like you're marching into war.
Chris,
boom, boom,
I really like the snare drum.
Yeah.
Tuba seems like you'd end up with some back.
And you go the tomahawk chop then, Chris, when you get the drum going. Bum, 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 bum,
I played the clarinet. Then you could use that stick as a weapon.
You played the clarinet?
Yeah.
I bet Boss left the room.
No, I remember you used to play. Cooley used to play.
Champ was in the band in Warwood back in the day.
Cooley,
yeah, he said he was.
We would go over to hang out at Cooley's house.
What instrument did Champ play?
I think he played the trumpet.
Brass or something.
Yeah, it was brass. It was definitely brass.
You'd go to Cooley's and what?
Cooley we would want to be playing like games or something, and he would be practicing his clarinet at the dining room table.
Cool. Did you want to be doing that, or did you have to?
I think I played it like once or twice.
No, you used to practice. You used to practice at the dining room table. I remember that.
Oh my!
I think you just didn't you just say that you wanted to play the clarinet because of Squidward?
Yeah, I said I look like Squidward. Hey, Coach, you remember, and this was before the advent of the Pine Room, but when we were always coming up on Saturdays and Sundays and whatnot, and I remember Jupp made that, I don't want to say a big announcement, but he told us that he was going to take a real interest in playing the banjo.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever happened with that?
Hold on.
I bought him a $500 banjo, got shipped in from, I think, California, right?
I'm going to say
what the hell? Did you really buy an expensive banjo?
Oh, he's got a top-notch banjo
and a harmonica too, right?
I played the banjo, and I played it for a while, and then I had shoulder surgery, and then I just stopped, and then I went to college, and then
that had to be 10 years before your shoulder surgery.
No, it was that May because I got it in the winter, and I played through the winter. I got lessons.
Hold on, Job. Chris is talking about this was probably years ago, like years and years ago that you said this. Because this must have been 2 different occasions.
Yes. Yeah, because we were always hanging out in the basement when Hell Maggie
watching
was
Lingo.
Still, yeah. And
well, no, okay.
But you did have a banjo.
So I got a banjo. And when I got the banjo, I played it for a while, and I was getting decent at it, and then I had shoulder surgery, and then I got to college, and then I just got away from it. One day when I have time, which this doesn't allow for any time, but I think I could get back into it. It was fun for when I played it. It was fun.
Did you take lessons?
I took lessons.
Yeah, he thought you could just pick it up and start playing.
No, that's not true. That's
Did you play the Deliverance? Dun, 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 dun.
I was learning to play that. I was learning to play that in Country Roads.
Oh,
I did not know that.
I think you should get Matchbox 20 unwell. With that banjo.
Coach, you broke the bank on a $500 banjo.
Well, that's a nice banjo.
You got comment number 2.
Nice banjo. I don't remember the name of it. It's a name.
Oh,
banjo.
Ace is on.
Yeah, Ace Watson said, "How was Chris's latest travel?"
Oh, well, he changed his plans tonight. He was supposed to be going to. Chris, where were you going? I had it written down here.
Louisville.
Oh yeah, Louisville. Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, we have a high school football show that take place at 2:00 till 3 p.m. The Watchdog WKKX. That's AM 1600. You can listen to that every Monday. We talk picks and stuff. We actually had our first 2 callers call in and ask some questions, give some info about what was the second place they gave info on?
Pendleton County.
Pendleton County has phenomenal facilities.
Yeah, because I think I said they had a home field advantage, and it was going to be rocking down there tonight. And they said it was good concessions and a good following. I said
tremendous fan support at Pendleton County.
We're going to send Chris the Pendleton County's opener next year.
I do definitely want to go to one of these off games like 100. I'd love to be going to Clay Battelle 100 tonight. Just
but Mark, the only thing about that is so miserable to get there.
Well, no, it's at Clay Battelle.
That's not easy either.
So this is why Chris knows this stuff. He's been everywhere.
So for those of you that don't know about our radio show where we talk all things high school football, we actually give lines on some of these games. Matt does a lot of studying, in-depth research on these games about some of these teams, gives totals, get a point spread. You can go on there and you can't go anywhere, but you can listen to us.
Amusement only, by the way.
Yeah, it's not for you're not going to win any money.
You bet these at 7-Eleven.
Yeah, you're not going to win any money, but you can go on and you can kind of not bet along with us, but make a few picks along with us, and then
challenge your friends.
Yeah, see how
make
you are.
Beer bets for.
Give us a call.
See how you are at the end of the week. Who did I have this week?
Oh, I wrote.
I had the Lumberjacks and the Beavers. That's who I had.
That's right. Yeah, because you gave a
chomp. Local Beavers.
I forget who my picks were.
Wait, I think I wrote these down. I thought
I have them in my.
Oh no, here we go. I got them. Job, Beaver and Payton City. Jarrett, Lucas and Oak Glen.
Oh,
Luke, Brook and Caldwell. Dell, Bishop Hartley and Lindsley. Soup, Fort Fry and JM. And I can't even read my own writing. Barnesville and, hang on, who did I have? Oh, Cameron and Barnesville.
I think I took Oak Glen's getting like 41.5, I think, right?
Yeah, against Roane County.
Yeah, I love that. I absolutely love that.
Listen, there's some big games around West Virginia, and some of them will affect the placement of.
I have those standings up if you need.
Yeah, so Matt's looking up the standings, but our playoff prognosticator, Coach Nick Nardoni, gave us a pretty good scenario.
The Park's currently 10.
Yes, and if they win tonight and Lindsley beats Morgantown, they possibly could go to 8. I believe they need Parkersburg to beat Musselman.
Yeah, Musselman is 9 right now.
Yes.
Princeton, and they got a big game this week. They host South. No, they host South.
Yeah, that's right. And
I got some guys in the EP saying that Princeton's going to win the game outright. I got him a 14-point dog at home, but
so that could really
real quick. How does in West Virginia the playoffs are? How many teams get in?
16.
16. Okay.
1 against 16.
And then Ohio's like
who
everybody.
So I talked to Coach Cook, and Coach Nardoni, and if things play out, which possibly could, Park could host the first round against Musselman.
Right.
And that could be, they've already
I would say that's favorable for them.
It looks like they could probably be, at least if I was going to guess, I don't know enough about it like those guys, but I would say either Princeton, Musselman, Jefferson, or Morgantown would be their potential opponents. Does that sound right?
Yes, I think that was it. I think
because those are all the teams hovering right at 9, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, I think they mentioned Jefferson, and then if they would land in that 8, 9 spot, that falls in your number 1. And I said, oh, that's Martinsburg, but they said no, it could be South if South beats Princeton. But who's 2, Matt?
Hurricane.
So Hurricane plays.
They have a big game.
Yes, Hurricane plays
somebody. I can't remember. I heard it. And I don't know. Not Hedges. Job, what happened there?
Job, what do we got going on?
Job's all up in the camera now.
Yeah.
Why did he decide to change it?
I'm not sure. Job, what we got going on?
Just moving it so everybody can hear.
Everybody can hear what? Okay, but anyway.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm going to tell you who Hurricane's playing right now.
Hurricane has a very good game. I heard him talking on Metro.
Huntington. They play Huntington.
Hurricane plays Huntington, yes. That is a big game.
And that's at Huntington, who is...
Are we removing our caps?
No, that's unofficial.
They're practicing. Huntington's only lost once to Spring Valley.
And Hurricane's what? What's Hurricane's?
Hurricane's 8-1.
Oh, that's a dandy game there. Wow.
Yeah,
there's going to be a lot of movement tonight obviously in West Virginia.
Yeah, that's actually 2 versus 3, Coach, in AAA.
2-3. So,
but Coach, it's still in AAA. Is Martinsburg the top dog?
Well, I mean, from what these guys say, they're top, but they're not. They're good,
beatable?
But they're not. Mm-hmm. Yes, they're beatable.
Guys on the EP say Martinsburg laying 28.5 against anybody.
The rest of the teams.
The only team that could threaten them. Yeah, he said Hurricane's the only team. So I guess we'll see tonight, Hurricane or Huntington.
I think, and Martinsburg has to go to Alexandria, Virginia tonight. They cannot get any games. I heard.
Nobody will play, so they got to go.
Persinger talking
to Maryland and Virginia for their games. That's the only games they've lost.
Yeah,
Alexandria, jeez.
Alexandria, Virginia, and the team's 1-8.
That's Washington D.C. basically.
Yeah, so they're 1-8. Can you imagine what Martinsburg's going to do to them? Yeah, so that's...
what would you put that line at? You have no
67.5 first half line. I don't know what the mercy rule's like in Virginia.
And then over in Ohio, things are starting to heat up there. They're in the second round of the playoffs. There's some really good games. Obviously, all the games are getting good now because the better teams are advancing. But
Coach, you got your eye on this Bishop Hartley at Steubenville tonight.
Yeah, I like Hartley. I like Bishop Hartley to really play them tough, and I think could actually beat them. I was listening to Seth and those guys, and they said that St. Clair's. Oh, by the way, Matt, that's called Bishop Reedy.
Is it Bishop
Reedy?
Yeah, okay, Bishop Reedy.
Yeah, I heard Seth's calling it Bishop Reedy.
I don't understand why that would be, but I'll believe him.
I don't either. When have you ever seen R-E-A-D spelled as Reed?
Yeah.
So anyway,
well, it is R-E-A-D.
I mean, R-E-A-D is.
But I thought when you added the Y, it immediately became ready.
If I read a book.
Oh, that's true.
But you don't read a book.
Well, then you get a.
Do you read a book?
No wonder I taught what I taught.
Well, you go R-E-E-D. That could be like a reed in the swamp.
I just saw red.
J.R. Reed. He's R-E-I-D.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I'm really looking forward to my Cubs tonight, Matt.
Yeah, I know. Too bad we can't make it over to that.
I know. Up in Mansfield.
Oh,
I think that's where that's located.
Louisville beat their opponent is Louisville, who just absolutely destroyed Steubenville Central.
Yeah,
last week. So that should be a dandy game. Did you guys mention that on the show about Lucas and the Shawshank?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't get a chance to hear. There's Jonesy.
I gave you credit for that, Chris.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. I never knew that.
Yeah.
Hey, one thing. The East Tartans? How do you pronounce that?
Sciotaville.
Sciotaville. For those of you that don't know, the tartan is a kilt.
Yes. We looked that up during the show.
How can that be your mascot?
Yeah, and I tell you what, and I looked at up their mascot,
Rick?
Or their logo. It's like a I believe it's a. Shoot, I think it was like a shield and an axe, I believe, was there.
Oh, so it's just a battle warrior that wears his kilt in the battle.
Yeah, and I think they were purple. I think their colors are purple.
Purple? Ooh.
Yeah.
Intimidating.
The Sciotaville. Another game that River absolutely floor.
Yes.
Fairfield Christian?
Yeah, I think so.
Fairfield covered for me.
I heard Seth talking, watch your feet, Jonesy.
Oh. That's like a tripwire.
Yeah.
It almost blew up.
So, yeah, and I look for River to win that game, and they advance. I think there's 3 or 4 Ohio teams that can
St. C, you think they have
I heard those guys talking. They said that Bishop Reedy's good, but they think St. C is too good for him.
Okay. Luke Doyle has Bishop Reedy on the money line tonight.
Oh.
Is that who he took?
Yeah.
Jeez.
So, yeah, I think the high is heating up. Those are going to be some great games. We'll be following those. And, this could be, anytime JM and Park get together, usually.
Has that ever been like a big rivalry? Has that ever been like?
Well, it's always the last game of the year, and there's always playoff implications. So it's always.
But I mean, has there ever been a time where they butt heads?
Like was a brawl?
Yeah, not a brawl, but like
you mean like a real intense?
Yeah, we're in the relatively same.
Yeah, I feel like JM and Park. JM and Park's always been a rivalry.
Well, I think.
What about that year JM made it to they won the state championship, right?
Yeah,
against Capital.
Yeah, I think JM's the separation in talent now has sort of made it a non.
You got to beat us to be a rivalry.
Soup.
Yeah,
VIP soup.
I think when both teams were really good back when I was the equipment manager, man, both teams were good. Those were battles, and they were real playoff implication games because. Back in the day, they were
Coach Nardoni getting loose over there.
There were only 8 teams going to the playoffs, so he looks good. That was a spiral.
And Mark, that same holds true for the Brook rivalry. That's not even.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's
nothing now. I mean,
that has really turned into pretty much nothing, just because of the separation of talent.
Who do you think the biggest rival the Park has had in the past decade? Who's been their biggest?
Morgantown, maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say Morgantown.
That's a good guess, Jared.
Probably actually in all sports now, probably Morgantown.
Yeah,
because
they're pretty similar schools.
Morgantown's really good in basketball.
Now that they switched up how the section works, Morgantown is in our section now, right? Is that true, or is it still?
Chris, you know that
I think it's
from
still
basketball,
section, right?
Well,
weren't they in the section for us when we were in baseball?
It used to be just JM and Brook in our section, but then they expanded, and I think it's now like 5 teams.
Yeah, it is bigger.
It's JM,
because it's not South, is it?
Morgantown
no, it's not.
University?
Maybe.
University's the other one.
And you know what's amazing? University and Morgantown are in different sections or different sections.
Yes.
And they're, 5 minutes apart?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
there you go.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
That's why he's the man.
Yes.
The man hooking us up with some cones.
Yep. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
He's always thinking. So
he always.
Yeah, so I
trying to avoid a lawsuit, I think.
I think this will be a decent game. I still think the separation of talent, though, is just going to play out, and the speed, Park speed, is just going to be too much.
What about these player props, Job? What do you
do we want to go into these player props?
That's what I was looking at.
Clips and Wallace being out too. That really hurts John Marshall. So
devastating.
Yeah. So anyway, we got Matt made some cool little player props that I have a few that I really like. I have one that I really like.
All right, let's start off with them then. Brett Phillips, total passing yards over under 234.5. Where are you guys going here?
I don't have much of a feel on that one. I like it over a little bit, but I think he'll. My one's the next one that I really love.
Okay, Brett Phillips, total rushing yards over or under 44.5.
Absolutely over.
All right,
absolutely over. I love that over. I think he'll rush for 70 or 80 yards tonight.
Okay. Job, what do you say?
I'm going to go over. I mean, from what you guys are saying, they're saying that you guys are saying that this is going to be pretty much a no contest game. So
as Coach said, the running back for JM's out.
Yeah, so you're going to probably. I'm going to get. Not that I know much about football, but I know there's going to be a lot of movement.
You know enough about football,
right?
Yeah.
Chris, what props do you like? Anything interesting?
I like the Lydic kid.
Okay, Zach Lydic.
I think he's going to
total rush yards over under 74.5.
Going to just
ground and pound.
Just total yards. They'll probably have close to 600 total yards.
Oh my!
Or maybe 5.
A lot of yards makes it fun.
Yeah.
Well,
for
the
winning team that's got him.
Yeah, true.
In the overs club over here.
Yeah.
What about Jere Hawkins over or under total receiving yards 101.5?
I like that over.
Well, if the field was a little bit longer, I'd say he could get that on one catch.
Yeah.
If it was like 110 yards, he'd get that on one. If they were pinned in,
I'm gonna go a little.
Can he get over 100 if Zach drops back? Or,
no, that's the only like interception. But it's from where the ball scrimmaged from, right?
Well, no, wait. What if if he dropped back and he was just in the back of his own end zone and he just
throws a lateral?
No, he like a wide receiver pass. He throws it backwards to the other wide receiver, and then he throws it and he goes 100 yards.
No, I'd see what Chris is saying. If Tank steps back off the line and goes into the end zone, catches it 3 yards deep in the end zone, then runs all the way.
I still don't think it's on.
Why wouldn't it work?
No, it couldn't be.
Hey, do they not count?
It only does that on kickoffs.
Yes.
It doesn't count. It's where the ball was scrimmaged.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, you can't get over.
Well, you ought to push
Jubb saw a flaw in that.
Because you know what, Jubb, that happens often.
Jubb, if you caught
I'm sure the coach would really want him to do that too.
Could you run 99 yards if like?
Well, the guy chasing me.
Well,
barefoot with a monkey suit on.
Everybody fell down. Could you run 99 yards full speed?
Yeah, absolutely.
Full speed.
Yeah, I could do it at halftime.
Remember, these guys said they could beat Usain Bolt with a 20-yard head start.
No,
I never said that.
Maybe a little more yards than 20.
You and Soup said
you could beat him. 50-yard head start.
Soup can't outrun Usain Bolt.
No.
What was like a 50-yard head start?
He can barely outrun me.
Yeah.
I want to see him outrun a horse.
I don't think that's possible. With a 20-yard head start? No.
Yeah.
How far do I got to go?
He can close that down on you in like 3 strides.
Yeah, 3 strides. Hey, can I throw in a prop bet here?
Yes.
Well, excuse me, not a bet, but a prop line.
Position.
So I'm going to go. Can we put in first play of the game over 30.5 yards?
First play.
Oh my! For either team?
For part. Well,
I'll say because we can't. Yeah, that would be significantly lower if Sam gets the kickoff.
You must have went in and talked to Coach Doc about their first play of the game.
Oh, it's going to be a bomb. It'll be a bomb. No.
They'll run.
No, we're going for like a leadoff homer.
I don't like teams that run.
I don't need a job.
I like teams that pass. Running's no fun because they only get like 4 yards and they get tackled.
If you got the under, you love the run.
Yeah, throw a ball 800 miles and then just throw it up, see if somebody can get up and catch it.
Flav has just come out in his gear.
What is the middle on this game? 59.5. I really like this one over. So
really?
Hopefully,
even with JM being compromised, you think Park gets it over themselves?
I think Park might even get over themselves.
Yeah.
But hey, then again, we got to think about playoff implications and guys getting taken out of the game. So
this isn't like the Senior Bowl or something.
The coolest we always these big spreads. We always talk about the back door.
Oh.
So you know.
Boy, you love that. You love that, Jarrett. You love a back door.
Oh, what happens every time with these big spreads? That late score, and then they'll go for 2 and make it 8, and then it'll cover by a half.
Yeah, I say it happens occasionally. Yes, you're always worried about it. That's for sure.
All right. Well, we got a couple more props here, but we're going to take a quick break, get reoriented, and have our first guest here on.
Very, very, very important.
Very distinguished.
Yeah, so
very distinguished guest.
Stick with us real quick on the live. We might pause this live, so we might start it again.
We'll do a quick changeover.
So we'll be right back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ohio County Tailgate here at Wheeling Island Stadium. We are joined now by assistant superintendent, Mr. Rick Jones. Rick, thanks for joining us here on the Pine Room Podcast. Good to have you.
Well, thanks for having me. I was just told Mr. Campbell, you guys have the full backing of all of the power of Ohio County Schools. So whatever you need is at your disposal.
Well, that is great to hear. I'm glad to hear that. We are all graduates, or Chris had children here graduates, so proud graduates of Wheeling Park. And Coach, obviously, a longtime teacher. Coach, how many years? 35?
35, yes, sir. Yes, we got one non-Park alumni.
I was just telling him I'm a huge advocate for Ohio County Schools, though. We're going to start a little scholarship program here in the spring, so it's going to be good.
Welcome to the set, too, Soup.
Yeah, Soup, welcome.
You just got in town.
So, Jones, you just said we have full access anything. Is there any chance we could, get one of those electric buses to take us to one of our shows?
I think I just heard a rumor that it was broken down in Warwood.
I'm not
sure how well that's going.
I saw it in Warwood. I saw it actually. Honestly,
if we fix it, can we have it?
Hey, Jonesy, it was like I saw the president coming through. I pulled over to actually look at it. It's crazy.
It's a It's a scene.
Wait a second. These buses, what do they look like? Are they?
They're regular school buses, but they're huge.
Yep. And they have storage underneath, like a charter bus.
Wow. I think I saw one driving on North Fork yesterday. I don't know why they would have been there.
No, they're going to. Well, you can explain it.
Well, they're doing a pilot program. The company is coming here and doing 6 weeks of routes, and then they're going to see how it goes, and then they'll move on to another county. I think we're one of 3 or 4 counties they're going to do the pilot in.
Yeah, I saw it in Warwood. I was like, oh my God, there's one of those electric buses. I pulled over.
Oh, and it's electric. Oh, my.
No,
it's electric.
It's got this huge thing on the top of it. I don't know what that is. Is that a luggage rack or something?
Their stock's $2 a share right now. I looked it up.
Are you serious?
Yeah, $2 a share. If their price goes down, they're going to sell a lot of buses.
What's the company's
name?
About
a 5-year. It's called Green Power Energy. It's about a 5-year payback on what you save to pay back the overage cost of the bus, what a bus would typically cost.
Are you guys? Is that something that you guys possibly or are definitely going to do?
Anything's possible. I'm not for it.
Okay.
I don't vote though. The board members vote, but I, at this point, would not be for it. Just because it's $360,000
for one bus.
Yeah, and I can do a lot with that.
Yeah.
I can turf another field.
Plus, if you buy buses for all that, by the time that gets paid back, you're going to be long gone, right?
Yeah, I hope so. I'm not sure how much longer I can do this.
Oh, you guys. Well, I just want to say, just from being around the High County schools, doing a little painting in some of the schools and seeing what's going on, it's unbelievable. We're gonna take the Pine Room podcast on a tour. We're gonna start at Wheeling Park and go through Wheeling Park because, like Jubb and Jarrett and Cooley and these guys, they haven't probably been back since.
What about me?
Cooley.
Yeah. Oh my God! Half the whole damn school's new.
Well, you gotta. I mean, what you guys have done is unbelievable.
Wait till you see it.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to take you guys on a tour. It's unbelievable. Wait till you see the media center that's not open yet, but
like real close.
You're going to be shocked. Oh yeah,
I really want to see it. I really.
Me too.
Because I haven't seen any of it.
I was just guidance department where you guys used to. Well, it was Jubb that used to sleep all day.
Oh yeah.
In the guidance department.
That was my nap time. That was my nap time.
You would love it now because there's lounge chairs in there. That's 3 years, and every time I walked through the guidance, his head was down.
That was our nap time.
It was.
Hey Rick, the funding for something like you're talking about, was that all like private funds or was that like state?
So we ran a school bond.
Oh, okay.
About 4 years ago, and our voters overwhelmingly passed it. That was for $42 million.
Got it.
The SBA, which is the state agency that gives money for buildings, told us if we passed that, they would give us another $27 million. So they did.
Jeez.
And then we've probably we've gotten some SSURF money, it's called, from COVID, and we've probably done about $100 million worth of.
Well, is there any chance Ohio County schools can pave the roads in downtown Wheeling? Because we need some help down there. You guys are doing good things with your money. I'm not sure about the rest of the city, but anyway, good stuff ahead.
It was awesome. So I can't wait for you guys to see it.
Yeah, we'll definitely. And not only Wheeling Park, you've done something at every school, correct?
All 13 buildings.
All 13 buildings have had some type of renovation, with some receiving major renovation.
How about Madison? What went on there?
Madison, we were just there yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw, but probably the highest honor as an educator can get is called the Milken Award.
I saw that.
One per state every year, and our principal won it at Madison.
Wow, that's great.
They give her a check personally for $25,000. It can't go back to the school. It's just for her.
Wow. Who is the principal?
Her name's Andrea Chirio. She's the greatest person you'll ever meet in your life.
Shout out to Andrea.
I saw your tweet last night, and I said I didn't know who that was.
She's the greatest.
We got to get her on the show.
She's a Belair Big Red.
Really?
Okay. She came to us and taught, and then we hired her as a principal at Madison, and she changes lives. I'm not exaggerating. Every minute of the day.
And what was the award she won?
It's called the Milken Scholar.
Is that a United States
educator?
award?
It's a national award.
So how do they?
Wow.
So how do they kind of determine that? What the criteria?
You can't even apply. They have people that go find you, so they know people in the state, and they ask around, and some of the things that she's doing there.
So just by word of mouth and think, wow, that's fantastic.
Did you see her get that $25,000?
I did. I was there.
Was she crying?
It was a surprise. She had no idea.
Oh my man!
She thought the assembly was about a program that we started called Beyond Education, trying to encourage kids, especially minorities, into being teachers and coaches. So we were there for that, and every dignitary from around the state was there, and that's what she thought it was. But then they interrupted and introduced introduced her as that, and she had no idea.
What is it? Really cool. She's called the singing principal. What is that?
She sings to the kids. She'll do assemblies and just sing to them. She'll do Christmas carols for them in the hallways.
Oh, that's awesome.
The kids adore her.
That's awesome.
It's awesome. Hey, we make everybody train there because it's the best building there is. It's awesome.
How cool is it? We've got a lot of friends that played sports with us at West Lib. How cool is it when the young teachers come back and teach in Ohio County?
It's awesome, especially. Well, Dell lived this. The Dells and Nardonis and Dolans and Rogers of the world that ran everything forever are all gone. Yeah. So they got to watch the Docs and myself and all of us come and kind of take their place. And now what's awesome for me, and I know Doc and them, is to turn around and see guys like Zach Phillips and Chalmer Moffett and Nicky Nardoni.
Tyler Cooley.
Tyler, interesting how he got hired.
Cools, we didn't hear this story.
I got just a random, 2 o'clock in the morning call one night from Mark Delbrook. He says, hey, I got this kid, Tyler Cooley. You know him? I said, does he play baseball? I know the name. He said, he's awesome. He has a teaching degree. You should hire him sometime. I said, well, if you recommend him, we'll hire him. So a year later comes by, and we couldn't fill a job, and I knew he had a degrry, so we called him on the phone and said, would you think about it? He said he would, so here he is. He's at the Palace every day.
All right, cool.
You owe me lunch.
Yeah, thanks, Coach.
Something, man.
Same day.
Hey, Josie, what was your rookie year in Ohio County schools as a teacher? Because I think I was in high school when you were.
So I started in Ohio.
Okay.
I student taught at Wheeling Park for Sam Andy.
Okay. And what year would that have been?
That was in '95.
Okay.
And I helped him coach a little bit, and then I went to Union Local for my first job. Spent
all right, I remember that. Yep.
Then I came back from Union Local to be an assistant principal at Park, which I did today because they were short, so I got to go back to my roots and chase kids all over the place. My feet are killing me. And then I went to Wheeling Middle, and then to John Marshall to be the principal, and then back to be the assistant superintendent.
Jonesy, do you miss coaching?
Not an ounce.
Not an ounce?
The first year after I got out, I did, and now I don't know that I can do it anymore. I love going, and I like hanging around, but I don't miss the...
I feel the same way about being done playing baseball. I feel the same way.
Yeah, it was fun.
Recently retired.
Hey, what's something that you really want to see Ohio County bring? Is there something in the axe right now where you guys are really trying to push, or what's the next big project that you're trying to get into Ohio County schools?
Well, honestly, my focus right now is trying to get kids to really consider education is a major. We have a shortage of teachers. People say it. It's not just something people say. It's real. We can't fill math jobs. We have a counseling position right now at Warwood that we've posted 3 times and don't have one certified applicant to be a guidance counselor, which are great jobs. My wife's one. They are awesome jobs. So we have this group of kids. There's about 60 of them. About 30 or 40 juniors and 30 or 40 seniors, and they go through a program that we do, and they go out. They're going to Madison, the seniors, and they're working with kids there, and they're really trying to see all the benefits of being an educator, and I think we're starting to turn out. We're getting a lot of kids to start doing that.
It's an important time to be an educator, that's for sure.
And I know you're biased, obviously, to Ohio County, but when this is all done, everything that you guys have done and are continuing to do, and you had this vision, I told somebody or a couple people, I don't know whether you feel the same, but it has to be ranked among the best school systems, not just in the state, in the country. I would say, how can anything be better than the Ohio County schools?
I honestly don't know. I'm not kidding. My sister and brother-in-law teach in New York, in a pretty affluent area of New York. I was up there this summer. They had a party for their daughter who was graduating high school, and there were other teachers there, and I was showing them pictures of some things at Wheeling Park and our wrestling room and the turf field and all the different things that we have, and they could not believe it.
Yeah.
They couldn't believe it. And so that's everywhere. I mean, you can't find a school anywhere around here. We modeled everything we did almost after South Fayette High School in South Fayette, Pennsylvania, 45 minutes away. So besides them, I haven't been in a place that has everything. And again, when you see the media center, you're just not going to believe it.
And you guys deserve kudos, because I know there were a lot of naysayers, and there's still a lot of naysayers that say, why are you doing all this? And they, talk about test scores and talk about this and that. And what you guys have done is just everybody in the High County and everywhere should be proud of what you guys done. Especially you guys should be so proud, because you're not doing it for your guys to popular. You're doing it for the kids, for the students.
No doubt.
And it's awesome.
Yep, we get nothing out of it. I don't work in any of those buildings except to go there. And I love seeing the kids. I don't know if you saw, but kind of after John Marshall. Have you seen our senior commons yet that we built?
I have not heard about it.
That's awesome. It's right off of the cafeteria. We built a separate space just for seniors.
Wow.
TVs. They all had the soccer game on in there at lunch today. Ping pong.
That's
Meredith's
unbelievable.
ordering
It's unbelievable.
booth seating. I mean, it's just a great experience to go to that place.
Man,
really
I might have to consider going back to school.
Oh, you would love the senior commons.
I mean, hey.
Oh, they love it in there.
Well, I wish you guys the best, Jonesy. We got to take a break now because we got a couple other guests not quite as fluent as you, but boy,
you're a good leadoff hitter.
Yeah, so, any closing questions or comments?
Yeah, I wanted to ask Coach. When Mark was, you mentioned about you were glad to be out of coach and you really didn't miss it and all that, and Mark's talking about the naysayers. How do you as an administrator deal with and talk to your coaches about all the social media backlash and just the attacks that seem to never end? Not just here, but everywhere. I mean, and there's no recourse.
It used to bother. It used to keep me up at night because so many of the things that are written, if it were true, it would really bother me, but it's just not. A lot of the things aren't true. And it's one thing to argue about a policy or something like that, but just to make things up and exaggerate things for the purpose of making people look bad, it just tells you a lot about whoever does it. So it used to bother me. Once I turned 50, I don't know, my whole perspective on life changed. It doesn't bother me one bit. I've just realized we're all just kind of characters for the trolls out there, and they can have a blast with us. And then when I leave, they can do it to somebody else, and it's all good. I love my job.
Well, we always know.
I love everything about it.
Well, we always know. We know though when a team always loses, it's always the coach's fault.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what.
Of course, but not when they win.
No.
It's the kids when they win.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, Rick, we're going to let you go. Absolutely. Thanks for all the support. We appreciate everything, and we're all proud Ohio County School alumni. And
I wish we could talk more, honestly, and let you. But the one thing I think people need to know, Matt, and you can close this out in a second, is you're doing those little videos. I watched the one on Bridge Street. I watched the one on the front of the park. I don't know what other ones you've done so far, but
I'm trying to do them on Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday.
Okay,
so look out for Sunday. I'll do another.
Okay,
inside.
Sunday, because I love those.
I just bought a new video camera. And
they're great.
Where do you see them,
really
Coach?
They're really
cool. Just on social media.
I've seen them on Twitter.
I put them on my page in the Ohio County School.
Okay.
I'm going to go and show every part of it, all the work that we did, just
That's
little
awesome.
by little.
Those are fantastic.
Please check it out and share it from the Pine Room.
Oh,
podcast.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, we'll have to get him up to the Pine Room someday.
Yeah, absolutely.
I did have a complaint. Before I have not been invited to that.
Oh my! Oh no!
What are you doing? It's a little. I don't know.
I can't believe that's true.
I'm hiring people for you. You're painting for us.
Cooley might lose his job now. This could be a problem.
First of all, you have a standing invitation.
Okay, cool.
But I will make sure that personally you are invited, and if you
the royal treatment.
But there's been some guys we've invited that don't show that have been totally exiled from the Pine Room. So
all right,
come to a basketball game or a huge wrestling match. We'll set you up next to it. We could have an awesome thing.
Awesome. That'd be fun. That'd be great. Great. All right. All right. Well, that does it for us with Rick Jones here, Assistant Superintendent. Thanks for joining us, Rick.
We got Sarge.
We'll be right back with Sarge here on the Pine Room Podcast.
Yeah.
Go ahead, fellas.
All right, welcome back to the Pine Room Podcast here at the Wheeling Island Stadium, as Jubb called it, the greatest place on earth. We're joined by the world-famous Mr. William Sarge Cordery. This guy's been around the area just doing amazing things for people so many years. I've always been impressed with his work ethic and just the kind of example that he sets for so many people around here. Sarge, thanks for joining us here on the Pine Room Podcast. It's good to have you. Very big fan of all your work.
Oh, I love this very much. I'm glad to be on here.
You have such a passion for all this still, huh? How many years have you been doing all this kind of stuff?
Well, total of 45 years.
45.
That's impressive. Truly impressive.
The bad news is good news, but bad news.
I just heard. You go ahead.
This is a swan song.
Oh no!
Oh man!
This is it. Finally.
Well, then we're glad to be joined with you now.
Goodness. I mean, this makes this even more special.
And Sarge is a military veteran too.
Yes. And thanks for your
what branch, Sarge?
I was in the United States Army.
Wow.
And he's a member of the Warwood Vets Club.
Oh, I know that. I've seen him down there many times.
Well, we don't really see him.
Well, he goes back in that bad parlor.
In that evil room.
He hides.
Yes.
He hides.
I try to.
Right.
So Sarge, why this year? Why this year?
Well, I'm getting old. I'll be 73 in April, and
damn.
my shoulders and my legs. It's just age catching up to me. Even though I look like a teenager.
Right. You could have fooled me there.
Yeah.
I thought you were no older than driving age, definitely. Yeah. Hey, so who's going to replace you now? This is a big question.
It's going to take like 3 people to do it.
Right. Exactly.
Yes. Well, we got Sergeant John Landos. He just retired from the Army this year. And I believe he's going to talk to Doc about taking over.
And he just had total knee replacement last week. I saw him walking into the vets.
Landos?
Yeah, with a cane.
Yeah, he's not coming tonight because he's recouping.
Oh, I saw him going to the vets today. He was on a cane. He was going in for lunch. Going in for lunch.
Yeah. Well, Bud Light helps the pain, too.
Yeah, I was going to say, after lunch, he might be feeling a lot better.
Well, you're going to be tough to replace, Sarge. There is no doubt. I'm sure you've heard it many, many, many times. And the things you've done, the Super Six, the things you do for these athletes, what makes you go like to that extra mile to make it special for the kids? You just and you're an unsung hero. I mean, it's amazing.
Well, the thing of it is, I love kids. Mm-hmm. I mean, I played football back for Joe Alt in the 60s, and I've been around football for a long time. Then really when I went with the Tennessee Titans, I learned a little bit more. And to me, the kids are number one. Yes. These kids come out here in August, sometimes even June now, and you're practicing all the time. And you got to give these kids credit, and the coaches. I'm telling you, these coaches do a heck of a job all over the state. I'm telling you, Ohio, West Virginia. I've been even in Pennsylvania when I was up with McGuffey High School.
Oh, yeah.
So
Highlanders.
Yeah. And I tell you what, these kids are my life.
That's great.
Yeah, you know what? Awesome. Obviously, people like you, that's exactly what we need in this world, and that's awesome, Sarge. But let me ask you this question. What's changed over the years? From when you started doing this till now, I mean, is there some things, I guess, some good changes, bad changes, and maybe identify one on both sides?
Well, I say, they practice about 6 months out of the year. Weightlifting and everything like that. And there's a new breed of kids.
That's an understatement.
I see a lot of kids come out, it gets too rough for them, then they quit. And these kids that stick it out through all the games, I got to give them credit. They're A1 in my book. They're A1 in my book.
I would agree with that because there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and like you said, it's changed over the years where it used to only be certain months. Now it's become a very much a month-driven. Look at that guy. God, is he
Coach Johnson's in the house.
There you go.
But I do appreciate what you've done over the years, Sarge, for sure.
Sarge, you said you've been doing this for 45 years. You said so. Where all have you been in that? If you can even count or name.
It's like
all
the Johnny Cash song. You've been everywhere.
I started out with Wheeling Central.
Yeah, he was my bus driver.
Yeah.
And bus driving too.
Chris, he probably made his life miserable. You guys were acting up on the bus.
Oh, he slept.
Well, I've been with Wheeling Central. Then I was with Goodrich when we won the playoffs, first time in school history. I was with him for 2 years. Then I was at West Lib. Yep. Then at West Lib, I got a call from Nashville Cats, Arena 1 football.
I remember that.
That's awesome,
and,
too.
I got hooked up with him. Then they folded. Then I went to North Carolina. They folded. And then Al Luganville, he called me in Detroit. So I went to Detroit Fury.
Yeah.
Folded 2 years later. Then I ended up going back down Nashville, and that's when I hooked up with the Titans. And Paul Nacida, he was the head equipment major, and he asked if I could help out. Not because we worked together, because he owned the Mr. Adams owned the Nashville Cats and the Titans. So I got hooked up with him. And then I got in a car accident. So I couldn't actually stay there or go in the arena anymore. So I hooked up with Wheeling Park. God bless his soul. Mark Nodoni, he's the one that got me in. And then Doc, oh my God, you talk about a guy. I mean, I can't say nothing bad, even think. Coach.
Not many people can.
That's
great man.
Great.
Oh, yeah. And then I hooked up with the Greyhounds.
Yeah.
I know. The Rough Riders, because God bless him, George asked me to go with him, but I was in Nashville doing arena and on the side with the Tennessee Titans. So I love it. I live for it, but I think it's time for me. I realize now that I can't do what I want to do, and I'm hurting the teams by not staying.
The great ones always recognize when it's time, Sarge.
Yeah,
so.
and you, I heard you say that you just can't find anything bad to say about Coach Dock. Well, listen, Sarge, everybody I talk to says the same thing about you. There's nothing but good things about you. You're just a good man. You've touched a lot of lives just by making things special for kids. Because I'll relate a story to you guys real quick. 1992, when we went to the state playoffs, state finals with actually Boogie. Boogie was on the team that time. We went down and played in the finals. We played Capital, got beaten double overtime, which is
heartbreaker.
I think of it a lot. But the thing that strikes me is we pulled up to Laidley Field, and any of these guys that were with us will say I'm not lying. The gates to the stadium were still locked. We couldn't get in. When we got in, they had no idea where our locker room was.
Jeez.
We went in, there was nothing in the locker room.
This is a Saturday morning.
Saturday morning, state championship.
Right. That was a noon kick.
We walk in the stadium, and a guy says, "Hey, Wheeling Park's here. What locker room are they in?" That's a true story.
Oh my!
And because I was the equipment manager at the time, not near as good as him, obviously, but and we had no idea where our locker room was. Nothing in the locker room. No water. No nothing. I think we had to go get our own water. And what I'm referring to now is when these, first of all, when they come to town, they have a guide or whatever. When they get to town, I'm talking to Super 6. And then when they get to the stadium, Sarge, you can tell what do you have ready for each team when they walk in their locker room?
Well, what it is, I set up everything up. Their jerseys, I fold the pants, I do their shoes, wipe the mud off of them, shine the helmet.
It's unbelievable.
It's being
time
with
consuming.
The Titans, it's better than the NFL.
No, I guarantee
It really is. And if there's something else I could do better, I wish the good Lord would help me find it, because I'd have done it.
And these single A kids walking into a locker room, they probably have a locker room the size of that shed right there. And when they walk in and their uniforms hanging up, their helmets shined, hanging up, their shoes are shined, their pants are folded, they have to say, oh my God, I think this is like the NFL. I've never, and I'm telling you, Sarge, some of those kids never forget that. They never forget the way they're treated, the things that you've done, the things that you think that will make that special for them. And you've been a big part of a lot of kids' lives. You really have. And the Wheeling Park program is going to miss you dearly.
Sarge, what are you going to do?
That's what I was going to say.
What are you going to do in retirement?
What are we
here?
doing?
What's the activities going to be?
What I'm going to do is repair some of my house.
Okay.
My house is 112 years old, so I got a lot of work. Of course, I'm going to come down and watch them play.
Oh, yeah.
And somebody's going to call me and ask for help, and I'll help them.
Yeah, you'll be a mentor, right?
Yeah. I'll help them, I'll do everything I can.
You'll be waking up every day with a purpose.
Yeah.
So you won't feel like...
Well, Sarge, thank you.
Yes, Sarge, thank you for joining us. We're going to take a break here. Thanks again to Sarge for joining us. He's got work to do now as the Patriots take on the Monarchs here in a little bit. We'll be back at Wheeling Island Stadium.
Sarge.
All right. Normally, I'm the one to give the introduction to our guest, but I'm gonna pass this to Coach because I don't know a guy that probably knows this guy probably better than anybody else. So,
but anyway, we're back here at Wheeling Island Stadium. Big game tonight. Wheeling Park taking on the Monarchs of John Marshall. A lot of playoff implications. We're excited to be here. The Pine Room Podcast. We've got a lot of Wheeling Park alumni along with myself. And Chris is an alumni.
Well, you would have went to Wheeling Park, though, right? If it had,
I would have, but I'm a Viking.
You're a Warwood High,
Warwood Viking, yeah. But as we move on here, we welcome one of the most legendary figures in Wheeling Park athletic history, Mr. Flav Desean Scott, a.k.a. he's a rapper.
Yes.
He's a manager. Anybody know any other titles for him?
He's a referee, right?
Oh, he's a referee.
Yeah, referee.
Yeah.
14-time manager of the year.
Okay, well, we're gonna get into that because there's a lot of controversy going around right now. But anyway, Flav, thank you for joining us. It's a pleasure and an honor to have you on the show. You and I go go way back. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit. I still have a bone to pick with you. You know what it's going to be about. But thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me, y'all.
Okay.
Good to see you.
Well, Flav, before we get into some personal stuff here between you and I, because it could get ugly.
Jeez.
Give me your thoughts on the game tonight. We got the Monarchs. It's always a rival. It's a big game. It's a big game. What are your thoughts? Let's hear.
Our thoughts is just come out, just scoring on fast. Last time they beat us was my senior year, 2009, and I think that was a fluke.
Oh my!
That was a fluke.
2000. That was the last time that JMs beat Park.
Yes.
Wow.
Coming at you, Jarrett. Oh, well, that ball's going to come.
All right, so I like those thoughts. Now, Flav, you're usually this is one of your jobs right over here, right? You catch field goals.
Yes.
Is that one of your big jobs? Tell us about your daily routine with the
give us the
team.
rundown.
Like when pre-game, during the game, halftime, after. Tell us what your big jobs are.
Well, my big job is to catch the extra points for our pre-game. I drop some, but and then when the game starts, I wait for my team to score, and I go back in the parking lot or over in the net, catch the field goals, and I'm undefeated right now.
Oh, gee.
And then after the game, I'm usually collecting jerseys and stuff, and my biggest rival right now is Lindsley.
That's what we heard.
Oh yeah,
we heard Lindsley the guy's good.
Well,
I heard he's ahead of you.
Really
well,
good.
I'm up 209 to his 208, so it depends on this game. So if we give up 1 point against John Marshall, I'll automatically lose. Because they scored 44-0 over John Marshall last week.
Okay.
This is big.
So the result of the game has a lot to do with what manager of the year.
This last game, yes.
So the how many extra points you catch that goes into the decision?
The catches do, like if I go 5 for 5, that could help me at least get 10 points. But if it goes down to us going 48-0, automatically win because I score more points. Yeah. But it's decided with Lindsley and Morgantown.
It's an interesting.
You don't want the coaches to go for 2, though, huh?
Scoring.
So this decides it all. This game decides it all.
So let me ask you this: what if you drop one?
That could hurt me for next year.
That doesn't hurt. That doesn't.
That hurts your preseason ranking.
Preseason.
Okay.
For next year.
What did you mean just a little bit ago when you said you were undefeated? Does that mean you haven't dropped any, or what?
I haven't dropped none.
Wow.
I haven't dropped none. My greatest catch I ever made was at University in front of the band. And then at Brook, I have not dropped one catch. Like
in your career?
In my career at Brook, never dropped.
Wow.
You've never dropped one at Brook?
Even in a hostile crowd environment like Brook?
Wow.
Never.
Is that because
that's concentration there.
Is that because of is the field you have more room to work with?
I have more room. Like these stadiums, I have more room on. Like Parkersburg South on one side because of the band, John Marshall, Brook, Morgantown. I could say the Morgantown is a little tight, but they use nets.
Now, do you wear gloves? Do you wear? Are you allowed to wear receiver gloves?
I'm allowed to wear receiver gloves, but they don't want those problems.
And then do you wear stickum? Do you wear stickum?
Nope.
You don't wear. So you just go natural. No stickum. No gloves. Nothing.
Well, Coach, I think
They're just bare hands.
Yeah, I think they banned stickum.
Yes.
From the extra points. I think it was in 2000 and I want to say 17.
Wait, when you say they banned them, who's they?
Jeff, the SSAC banned stickum.
That was national though.
I mean,
it had
really?
Well, because we used to use stickum here, but then
because they thought he had an unfair advantage.
Wait, are we talking about in the game or
no?
Extra point.
Extra point. Yeah.
Oh, 2011.
Jeff
just
confirmed.
looked that up.
But the thing is, like, there's two different sets of manager. There's OVACs, and Lindsley automatically got that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because they beat the team that we got beat by Steubenville.
Yeah. Yep.
They beat Dover, and who else they beat? St. Clairsville.
Oh, okay.
And then they lost to Fairmont Senior. To me, I think Lindsley has a tough schedule, but they don't play nobody. I'm sorry. That's how I think.
Tough game tonight.
Contradicting there, but
they got Morgantown.
Yeah. You think Lindsay will roll over Morgantown?
Well, we want Lindsley to win.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do we want Lindsley to win?
Because we're technically tied with Morgantown, so Morgantown loses, and we win, it will bump us up.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Now, a couple very important questions right now. Do you have a girlfriend right now?
A couple,
I
probably.
You're single.
You're on the market.
Now, how old are you, Flav?
I am 30 years old.
You're 30?
Yeah.
You're older than 30. You're not. Wait a second, Flav. You're older than 30.
Just let it go.
I'll be 31 March 23rd.
Okay.
Coach wants to see your birth certificate.
Wow, I thought for sure he's older 30.
He
But
reminds me of Jerry
anyway,
Rice.
I want to talk about a little history between me and you. Okay, I brought you up through the ranks. Who were you? Who was your first managing job under? The very first time you became a manager, who were you with?
When I started this whole thing, the football,
Yeah.
who was my coach?
No, who was your
boss?
Who was your boss? Who was the manager?
You.
Yeah, so at that time, you and I were real tight. Like you were like my son. You know, everybody thought you were my son. We sort of looked alike. And then every time, like I'd take you places, buy you lunch, take care of you, take you everywhere. Then all of a sudden, Coach Doc comes along. Coach Doc comes along, and then I don't even get the time of day. You hardly even say hi to me when you see me up at school, because Coach Doc now is like your uncle. Like he's like your blood relative, and I'm like nothing. What happened there, please?
Well, at the time, I don't know what to say. It's just like I love y'all both. But as of right now, Coach Doc is my boss. He can fire me at any time now because he's the AD. So it makes it harder on me.
His focus is in another place. I don't think he has ever had a dislike for you.
I didn't say dislike. He just sort of. I went like this. Up here like this. I was here. Coach Doc was here. Then all of a sudden it went like this. It didn't go like that. It went like
he hitched
this.
his wagon to the guy that wins the state championships.
Oh, there
That's
you go.
what
Thank
it is.
you, Matt.
That's
Yeah,
exactly what it was.
Well,
He wanted the guy on top.
Run with the winner.
It starts to change a little bit when he stacks up his 14 championships.
Yeah, see that too. He got real cocky because he was manager.
I think Coach Boogie Johnson's in that level too.
Okay.
Coach Boogie, he's a good coach.
Hey, how's Coach Nardoni doing out there, Nick?
Is he a good coach?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Does he do a good job?
What about Coach Say?
Everybody's doing good.
All right, good.
We just gotta
keep those guys in line.
We just gotta play right.
Okay, one last question. What's wrong with the Steelers this year?
We don't have an offensive line.
Okay.
But I can tell you this: go Buckeyes, because
all right.
We're gonna beat Michigan. That's
that's a
Hey, one question, Flav, before we end here. Are there any new songs
That's
in the
what I was
works?
going to ask, Jared. Thank you for that, Jared. Well done. Give us a little sample here, something.
I do got one for Leslie, but it ain't out yet.
Okay.
Well, what do you got? Can you give us something? Give us a couple, just.
You got a couple bars?
Bust a few rhymes for us. Come on.
What's the song that we like? He does.
Ain't got no money, cause my cable bill, and I stay fly at all times.
All right, that was Flav.
All right, Flav.
All right,
you got
Flav.
work to do, I know. So
you got to go catch Kick.
Appreciate your time, Flav.
Appreciate you coming on.
I'll make sure I protect y'all.
all right.
There's our cue.
Thanks, Flav.
Thanks,
All right, Flav. You're the man.
Good luck.
Everybody, we're wrapping up here at Wheeling Island Stadium. Thank you to our guests that came on, Flav and Rick Jones and Sarge. Thank you for coming on and talking a little bit to all the guys. It was fun having you on. Hopefully it's not the last time, and I know that Flav's got some new hits coming out, so he's definitely going to be on here talking about his music career. We didn't have a whole lot of time to talk to him about his endeavors as far as his role as a producer, songwriter, and stuff like that. So we will hopefully talk to him sometime in the future. We are just going to talk a little bit of stuff that's going on.
Hey, thanks to Myron for giving us some chicken sandwiches.
Thank you.
Myron Jellison's the man.
Yeah, and real quick to Myron and Kaylin, who run 180. They do a heck of a job.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Here in Wheeling, they do amazing the stuff they do. So shout out to them.
Cooley was ready to pass out on the set.
Yeah, he said he didn't say anything. I said, why? He said, I can't even focus. I'm so hungry.
I was so hungry, man. I was about to pass out.
I think we're going to Fusion after this this, aren't we?
Yeah, I can't wait.
180 is their program. It's a youth group,
leadership program.
Youth
it's
leadership.
Really cool.
So go check out 180.
Them.
I'm just gonna plug this because I hope it's their website 180.com. I'm not sure, but follow them.
180 something.
If
it's gonna take you somewhere really cool.
Yeah,
that could be.
It could turn you around.
You could go follow them. I'm assuming they have a Facebook, Instagram, Twitter page. Go follow 180. I'm assuming they're at 180. I could be wrong on that. I'll put a little note on this if it's wrong. But thank you for joining us here. We got the stadium starting to fill up. We got some traffic going on through. It's kind of
hopefully you can hear us over that little baby.
There's some music going on, so this may or may not get copywritten. But hopefully if we talk, it'll break it up.
We'll roll the dice. We're gambling people anyway.
We haven't got much to lose. I see.
Luke Doyle in the house. Luke Doyle in the house.
I can't believe he's actually here right now. Get over here.
He's not at the.
He's not at the Brook game.
You can sit down. Let him sit down here.
Come sit down, Luke.
Hi, Luke.
Come sit down, Luke.
Take a seat. It's been a while.
You
look good, Luke.
Taking the seat of his father. Hi, Luke.
Hi, Joe.
Welcome. How
What'd
you
you
been?
eat for lunch today?
Today's lunch was sloppy Joe. Popcorn and beef jerky.
Popcorn and beef jerky for lunch.
That's great.
How come you're not at the Brook game tonight?
They play like far away.
Preston. They're on the road.
They're on the road.
Hey, and we're here. So
How you been?
Pretty good. How about you guys?
Good. We had a good show. We had Flav on. He was our last guest to come on. Yeah, he talked about
You guys should have Shauna on to talk about her big performance.
I know. Hey, give us a rundown on that real quick. What is it? The state cheerleading tomorrow?
I think it's regionals.
Regionals. Okay. Regional cheerleading championships down at Fairmont.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So who's the front runner? Obviously Wheeling Park. Who else?
Bridgeport's the front runner.
Oh, Bridgeport.
Yeah,
okay.
Who won last year?
Bridgeport Indians.
Bridgeport took it last year. That broke up a how many year streak for Park?
I don't think it was that long. Maybe one or two.
Oh my.
One or two.
Because Park went on a run in the early 2000, like 2009 to 2016.
I thought Park won every year for like 20 years.
That's what I thought. I thought Park
Cheering?
won.
Yeah, that's their speech and debate team.
How would I get those two confused? That's real similar.
Speech and debate
I
is
know
the best.
that, but like 100-year win streak. Domination.
Dude, speech and debate has the best history ever right now of championships.
Oh yeah,
they've never lost.
No, it's up to like 40 years. I think.
Yeah, it's 40. The day they lose is going to be
the biggest
Who's
upset.
the leader of that team? Cornforth?
Yeah.
He's still him?
He's the captain.
Yeah.
Hey, the day that they get beat is the day that planet killer asteroid lands on his planet.
It's coming over right now, right over our shoulder here by the casino.
I think their odds every year. It's
Alexi in the house.
I'd like to know what they do so well to keep winning.
You know what blows my mind,
It's a good
honestly,
question,
is just how important this is to people, like how important Wheeling Park football is. Or just high school sports in general to people. It blows my mind, really.
I mean, I never.
I mean,
he's
no
saying,
disrespect.
Chris, is that an official?
It's crazy.
He's saying,
Looks like it.
Like there are people that take this very seriously, and I know I shit on high school sports, which
dude, but being a part of this stuff's a
speakers?
blast.
Yeah,
it is a cool atmosphere.
Oh, we're not
down
on
here.
speakers.
No.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Oh, we're not doing Instagram Live anymore either.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
That's all right. I'll throw it on the.
Okay. Oh, I didn't realize the speakers were dead. I was gonna start talking shit.
No.
Luke's here. Luke, what do you think about this game? Go ahead, be honest.
I think Park will win pretty easily.
But you think Jam will cover?
Yes.
What's the line?
30.5, right?
34.5, I think.
34.5.
That's a lot of points. But Lindsley won 44-0.
34.5, yep.
That was at JM.
How much? What would you bring back if you bet on JM tonight? What's the line on JM?
Well,
they're
plus, win.
They're plus 3,000.
Yeah, plus. So
if you throw $10, you win 300.
Yeah. So if you bet a buck, you win $30.
Throw a couple bones on.
$5 bet.
Throw a couple bones on JM.
That's why I'm throwing a couple bucks on JM cheering.
What was $1 to win $100?
Yeah, what'd you put him at, Luke?
JM can't be good at cheering.
Plus 10,000.
Why?
They can't be. Those girls are sitting in tree stands and stuff when they're young, not doing tumbling.
Can you imagine putting $5 on John Marshall tomorrow, them winning and winning $500? Sounds like a steal.
Let's do it.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
for amusement only.
I don't know if we can bet that anywhere.
No, I don't think
I'd rather bet that than college football.
Matt said you go bet it to 7-Eleven.
Right, 7-Eleven. They'll take your money.
Matt, you got little horsies going on.
Breeders' Cup.
You want a little one?
Yeah, I won a little earlier, but not a great day. I was a little frustrated. I didn't get to concentrate on line movement and stuff.
You
but
got
hopefully I can tomorrow.
You got your boy Ty-Baw.
Yeah.
Ty-Baw?
Yeah, Tay-Baw.
Tay-Baw, and then you got 2 exacta boxes and one more winner I think you have on there for tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Which we won't see this before.
Yeah, it'll be on the on the PRP.
Those are out right now with Luke DePlaga, who's red hot, 12-5, I think he is.
Yes.
13-5.
13-5. Yeah.
Good clarification there. But he has. Let me see if I can remember the Trojans of. I can't remember. No, Spartans.
He's got Michigan State. Michigan State.
Texas A&M.
A&M.
Yes.
And the 12th man.
Yeah. It is really getting loud in here. But we got some stuff going on. We got a couple things to in the works for the far future. I'm not going to reveal any of those yet. We won't speak on those because they aren't going to be for a little while now. But I'm going to give you guys a little hint of something that I'm trying to work on. Won't be. No.
J on the R?
Huh?
J on the R?
What the hell does that mean?
I don't want to spoil it.
The J on the R.
Is that what it is?
What? I don't know.
It's Job. Blank.
No.
Okay.
No, that was a kind of a scrapped idea for me eating food in the car.
What's the next guest on Soup and Stuff, Soup?
We got a bunch. I got a ton of ideas. I texted Job last
Soup.
night. Oh, dude.
You never run out.
My brain is.
Well, I know that.
Brain's been spinning. Hoops is right around the corner, so I think a lot of college basketball guys. But go ahead, Job.
You think we could get LeBron on?
I don't.
I would love that.
I'll be sitting that one out.
Matt would never work.
Yeah.
Give us your hint.
You wouldn't get on the podcast.
I'll give you a hint.
I have no interest in talking to him.
Animals. That's all you need.
Oh,
no
way.
Animals.
Can we put a snake around Cooley's neck?
Yes.
Please, God, no.
Yeah, and a big bag of spiders.
What about a kangaroo? Can I race a kangaroo?
A wallaby.
Chinchilla.
Yeah.
We'll ride llamas. Llama racing.
Hey, fun fact. I've never ridden a horse, but guess what I've ridden? A camel.
You
Alpaca?
That's the
A
same
camel.
thing.
No, it's not.
Well,
a horse is so much more powerful.
Horses of Arabia.
Anything we need to cover before we head out here?
Hey, this wraps up our live season.
Oh,
yes. We'll see you next year. There'll be no live shows till at least 2023.
2024.
Yeah,
unless
that's even better.
Unless a business wants to come and give us like $3,000 to come to a show.
Yeah. I'd even say I'd take more than that.
Maybe $5.
$5K minimum.
$5K minimum.
All we can
for
drink.
us to come.
Yes.
Strippers in the dressing room.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Then we'll start. Then we'll just start discussing.
You set up the set. We come in, record it, and you break it down.
Yeah. Matt said, then we'll start discussing.
Then we'll start talking. Maybe an 8-ball Coke.
Well, I was going to say you can't have strippers without can't have strippers without cocaine.
Yeah, right. They go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Well, tune in next year for our live shows.
Or you can just listen to our podcast the rest of the year.
Season 2 of our live shows. Those will take place next year. Not on the 1st, but maybe in the
When's the podcast over?
It will never be over.
You guys want to do any history for today?
Oh, yeah,
we
can do
off?
some history. Yeah, let's do some history real quick.
All right, Luke's got things to do.
Luke's
Luke,
signing in.
See you, buddy.
Hey,
good luck, Luke.
Soup, do me a paper down there if you don't mind.
All right, for November 4th.
Yeah, that's
this
today.
Week in history.
I guess it's not this week. It's this day.
You know what?
It's just for today.
Yeah, you know what I think. What I would enjoy playing here better is Mozart.
Oh yeah.
1783. That's on November 4th today. Mozart's Symphony 36 premieres in Linz, Australia. Is it Linz?
Yep.
Nice.
Austria, though. Austria, not Australia.
Austria.
Not like who's that? Lloyd Christmas when he says she says I'm from Austria.
Yeah.
They put another shrimp on the bobby.
Yeah, Linz, Austria. Sorry,
yes.
I should have known. Anybody else? Anything else?
What about the Gatling gun guy?
Yeah.
Richard Gatling, 1862, November 4th, patents the hand-crank Gatling machine gun in Indianapolis.
You think he made a lot off that?
Oh, yeah. I'm
probably.
sure he did.
The Gatling
Jared, your boy's on here.
Who?
November 4th, 1842. The second one on there.
Oh, Abraham Lincoln weds Mary Todd in Springfield, Illinois. I actually read that the first time I read that. I thought it said Abraham Lincoln marries Todd.
Oh.
I thought he was.
Matt, how do you pronounce this? November 4th, 1922, archaeologist Howard Carter discovers the intact tomb of Egyptian Pharaoh Tutankhamun.
Tutankhamun.
King Tut. King Tut.
You don't know King Tut?
Who is that?
King Tutankhamun.
King Tut.
He was actually a really young pharaoh who died, and then they put him in this incredible.
King Tut.
And he's just
And
the
they
most.
found his body?
Yeah, they found the archaeologists. They've been searching for it, and they found the tomb. It was the most.
Any other history
I'll
about
say
him?
this about you, Soup. You do a lot of stuff, but you know what you need to start doing? You got to work up on your history.
I got to read
See,
more.
I thought King Tut you would know, because that's like what most
I've
people.
heard it.
Yeah, well, I mean that's the long name of King Tut.
How long was he in that tomb for?
Oh, I mean they were in there for a long time, like just excavating all the stuff that was in there.
No.
As far as King Tut,
Yeah.
oh, like thousands of years.
So he was BC. He wasn't.
He put me on the spot with that one. Yes, I believe he was.
Did you guys see that
But
thing
you
where
know
they
what? I better look.
uncovered that mummy, and then they actually were able to reconstruct his vocal cords to make the noise? And all it is
yeah, like you thought he was going to say something nice.
Yeah.
Why would they even do that? What if he spoke?
Yeah.
What would he say?
Hey, Chris, your boy's on here. We watched a video of him a couple weeks ago. He's on there.
Ronnie Reagan?
No, November 4th, 1916.
Oh, Walter.
Yeah, your boy.
Yeah, hey, King Tut was 18 when he died in 1323 BC.
Wow.
Yeah.
How can you be a king at 18?
Well, I mean, you can be a king at 2. We had some guy on there earlier in the year. I can't remember which guy. One of those English monarchs was like that.
He was like a year old.
Yeah, he was like 2 or 3 months, and then he got married when he was 8 or something.
Do you think they started speaking different languages way back then as a defense mechanism?
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
No. In what context? Like, what do you
like? Why did everyone not speak the same language?
Oh, well, just because when you're around people in certain areas of the world, you don't know that other people exist. So you create your own language, and then once, obviously, now that empires expand and people conquer, and then that, it gets, a lot of them get swept up, but there's still tribes all through, kind of like, I don't want to say third world, but basically fourth world countries in, Africa and even South America that these people still speak languages we don't even know what they are.
See, the way that I thought about that when you just asked that is like if somebody came up with a gun to me and said, hey, give me all your money, then I would just start speaking Mandarin.
But kind of, I get what you're saying. They had to do it for survival, so you're not wrong.
Well, but he's saying defense is like so nobody would know what you're talking about.
Well,
a little bit.
But sometimes that could be an advantage. But, just think about when you're coming, like when Christopher Columbus comes over here and people think he killed everybody, but then you go and you're talking to all these tribes, and how you communicating with them, they speak totally different than what you do.
Yeah, but that wasn't like in place because they wanted to. It was just because that was
that's how they had to survive.
Circumstances of their.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like a covert act, but it was. I get what you're saying. They had to do it to survive, so you're not totally off base. Hey, so Job, I wanted to tell you, not extraterrestrials, but with the spiritual world, I started watching that show, Chris, the 28 thing on with the people from The Conjuring.
Oh yeah.
And Lorraine.
Yeah.
I got to tell you guys, I don't think you're going to be too impressed with it because it was just. I feel like the people were just making it up. It seemed fake to me.
Oh, really?
And I'm being honest with it. But I've only watched one episode, so I got to keep going.
I'm gonna watch.
But that doesn't mean that I don't believe in that. I'm just saying, in this capacity, I haven't seen anything that I believe yet.
Matt, I got to show. I got to show a movie for you. I actually haven't watched it yet, but from what I've seen, it looks unbelievable. All Quiet on the Western Front.
Oh yeah,
yes, I just saw that. I didn't watch it.
Is it newer?
It just came out the other day.
Yeah, that looks
last
good.
week. About World War I.
Is that a
I'll probably take a look at that
remake?
for sure.
Because I remember that, or that used to be a book or something. All Quiet on the Western
I think
Front.
it's a movie from a book. I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
I
believe I've heard that.
Did you start watching or just watch the trailer?
No, I watched the trailer, and I've wanted to watch it for the past 2 weeks. 2 nights.
I thought the same because I was like, man, I haven't watched a good war movie.
Yeah,
in a long
it looks
time.
really, really good.
A good war flick, huh, Chris?
Patton.
Violence.
Yeah. Your brother's favorite movie.
Patton.
He had every line memorized.
Well, anything else on here? Anything cooler? You got anything?
Well,
on here?
Matt keeps
not leaving my boy out.
Oh, no, jeez.
We kept saying
we got to find Cooley a new boy.
My
He's like a
God.
bear. Cooley hibernates in the
Yeah,
winter.
it's been a couple weeks since he's done anything.
Yeah, he's during winter. I don't know what he was doing.
Hey,
getting his gloves ready for the invasion of Poland or something.
Something that reminded me, because I watched the movie for the first time. November 4th, 1979, 500 Iranian students loyal to Ayatollah Khomeini seized U.S. Embassy in Tehran, taking 90 hostages for 444 days.
Oh, my God.
Was
for over a year?
Yeah.
What was the movie, Fargo, where they made the, was it Fargo or Argo?
Argo.
Yeah,
Argo. There is a movie Fargo, but that's
now
different.
Argo was when they had to make up that fake film company.
Yes, they pretended to be film crew and stuff.
When did that take place?
I want to say it's 60s?
It had to be close to then, yeah. But I just remember that. It's a great movie.
Well, that time in the world, in the 60s and 70s, in that area of the world, it was, savage. I mean, they had the Olympic people kidnapped and killed, the Israeli athletes. I mean, there's a lot of bad stuff happening there. So, not that it's much better now, but a little bit.
Job, you know where Fargo is?
I don't know.
Dakota.
Yeah.
North or south?
North.
Is it north?
Yeah,
it's north, right?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, the Fargo Dome.
Well,
hey Matt, actually, real quick, remember when I asked you about Syracuse and the Carrier Dome?
Yeah.
That was the only enclosed football stadium in college. I think it'd be the Carrier Dome and the Fargo Dome. I think
probably right.
How come no one ever told me that the Viking Stadium collapsed? Why didn't
the Metrodome?
No.
You don't care about sports.
The Metrodome. The roof.
That was awesome.
That happened up at West Liberty too.
Yeah, but Job, when that happened, nobody said, "Hey, make
Better
sure
call
Job
Job.
knows."
How old would he have been? That was a long time ago.
No, that wasn't that long. It was like 4 years.
Yeah, I think it was relatively
4 or 5
recent.
years.
No, that happened. I thought that happened. Well, maybe it happened again, but it might have happened a second time. But they haven't even had the Metrodome in a few years.
The Metrodome, it collapsed. All that snow went on the field, and they had those bulldozers out getting it all off the field. That was awesome.
That was awesome.
That happened in West Liberty too.
What's my favorite thing, you guys?
In West Liberty?
Yeah, Bartow Fieldhouse almost collapsed. There was the roof sunk in from the snow, and it was like the roof was coming down inside. Like you could see outside from it.
Wow.
And that's why they tore it down, and we had to build the SRC. They condemned the building.
Yeah,
it was because of
Wait, they didn't just go play at Beta Hall right outside?
No, we had to go up and play at Blatnick for years. That was where we played our games. That's Chris.
Wait a second, where do people sit?
Nowhere. We had really small seats.
Bleachers.
Yeah.
There's
the one side's all torn out.
They took them out now, but it used to be there.
But the side when you come in from the ASRC on the right, those bleachers, but there was bleachers on the other side. Chris, you remember games up in there when Bavard played? Packed houses against Wheeling Jesuits.
Yeah.
It was actually kind of fun. But
We got an audience now, guys.
Yeah, we do.
Anything else here? Chris, your girls are on here, the Spice Girls.
Well, that makes me laugh because I didn't mention this the last podcast, but I remember, and Matt will remember this, when they hit the charts with that wannabe song and everything. I can remember this vividly, maybe because I didn't have that much to drink at the time, but being down at Joey's.
Oh yeah, Charles.
And just carrying on after games, and I remember dancing that song. And then, do you remember this? When I tried to dance with that ginormous girl.
Yeah, Coach loves that story. Yeah,
and there was a slow song come on. I went out on the dance floor with her. I could not get my arms around her.
Couldn't get his arms around her. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
She loved it. I was like.
And then Chris did the Macarena after that.
But when I saw that about the Spice Girls, it made me think of that girl.
How's it go? If you want to be my lover,
you gotta suck it.
And Chris, she was probably pumped dancing with you.
Well, we weren't grinding. It was then a slow song came on, and then it was chaos. It was a lot of fun, but. Well, that always reminds me of that.
That's awesome.
Hopefully, all of you will be dancing sometime to the
dancing
Spice
in the
Girls.
streets.
There's 34 minutes left. The health plane's playing behind me. 34 minutes left till game time. We got to get out of here. Get unpacked. There's an ambulance pulling in.
Yeah, right. Trouble. Trauma unit on the way.
Champ is in the back of that.
Oh,
yep.
Jesus.
Oh, good Lord. Let's say everybody out there say your prayers for Champ.
Yeah.
And if you guys see him, make sure to urge him to go to get some medical attention.
Yeah.
He's stubborn and he's not doing it, and Not going to end well.
Yep. Instead of save the children, it's going to be save the champ.
Save the champ.
Save the champ.
All right, folks. Well, thank you for joining us here at Wheeling Island Stadium. Thank you to Ohio County Schools for letting us come over here and do this. We got to get out of here, though. They're about to kick off. There's 30 minutes left. Soup's got to get his hot dog and his nachos. And Cooley's going to go home. And
Cooley's got to eat again. That sandwich just kept him alive for 10 minutes, maybe.
But thank you for joining us here, folks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we will see you here next time in the Pine Room.
Later. Good night.
Bye, guys.